Welcome back, everybody, to another The Chuddy PC Banana One Piece episode of Lockdown 23 and 1. That's right, the Banana One Piece Yellow, if I were to guess, is probably protective custody. I mean, he is a high-profile inmate at this point. It doesn't matter what kind of crimes you got. If you're super popular, man, going through the justice system, chances are establishments are going to forcibly put you into these little, PC solitary confinement units. For your own safety, their own well-being when it comes down to a lawsuit, if something happens to you. At the same time, Chud's probably counting his blessings that he is in that solitary type of confinement. But today we're traveling to another courtroom to hear some more about bond situations for old Chud, and it's not looking good. So before I get to breaking it down, as always, if you're new to the channel and enjoy all things lockup and crime related, then this is absolutely where you need to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my beautifully assorted playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Now, just briefly, in case anybody doesn't know who this guy is, Dalton Etherly, also known as Chud the Builder, is an American internet live streamer who gained notoriety for creating confrontational and overtly racist rage bait content. If you want to do a deeper dive into his content and all of his altercations, I'll let you do that on your own. But let me break down what's been unfolding recently. And once again, before we get going, I apologize, man. This little fake tooth, I'm still getting used to my verbiage with it. But let me break down the situation exactly. Dalton Etherly, also known as Chud the Builder, was in court recently for a bond revocation hearing to determine if he should remain jailed without bail. His June 17, 2026 appearance before Davidson County Judge combined the fallout from two separate legal incidences spanning two different Tennessee counties. And that's not good, because that's looking like he's terrorizing Tennessee now, man. They ain't gonna stand for that, I guarantee it. And what they said in the courtroom today, man, it really solidified it for me. If he can shuck and jive and beat these cases, man, I'll be completely amazed. But it says Etherly was initially out on bond for an early May 2026 incident at Bob's Steak and Chop House inside the Omni Hotel in downtown Nashville. According to the police, he was asked to stop live streaming inside the restaurant but refused. He then ordered $370 in food and drinks, shouted racial slurs, and walked out without paying. For this, he was charged with theft of services, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. And like I said, he got a bond for that, and then he went to the courthouse and committed this shooting. It says just days after posting bail for the Nashville restaurant incident, Etherly was arrested on May 13, 2026 for a shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville. Following an argument involving racial slurs once again, Etherly pulled a gun and fired, wounding a man. For this, he faces severe felony charges, including attempted criminal homicide, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury, and reckless endangerment. Now, today's video is a hearing, like I said, a revocation hearing. But why is this so important? It's because there's going to be a detective, I believe, take the stand to speak about the shooting that took place in front of the courthouse, and that's going to play a big factor in the hearing today. Not to mention, if I were to guess, everything for the most part. It's not looking good for him. Seriously, I would be absolutely terrified if I was in his yellow jumpsuit right now. That mustache is damn near as good as gone. A strict condition of Etherly's original Nashville release was that he was not to be charged with any subsequent crimes. Because he was arrested for attempted murder while out on bail, the state moved to revoke his freedom entirely. And that's exactly what we're about to witness right now. Alright, here we go, and it's a short clip coming from Channel 2 News. And shout out to all the news channels getting into the mix, bringing us this great courtroom footage. But even though it's a short clip, like I said, it's powerful to me and I got a lot to say about it. So let us begin.
Happening now, the controversial online streamer known as Chud the Builder is making an appearance in a Nashville courtroom. Dalton Etherly faces 3 misdemeanor charges stemming from a May incident at Bob's Steak and Chop House inside the Omni Hotel. Investigators say Etherly live streamed inside the restaurant after staff asked him not to, then refused to pay. Etherly also faces separate felony charges in Montgomery County for a shooting investigation. During Etherly's court appearance, one investigator on the stand recalled the shooting.
All right, so I said detective in the beginning, but, news channels calling him the investigator. This individual, man, he's going to be saying some pretty powerful stuff here in 1 second, but let me run something back. Look how the judge and the investigator looked at, if I were to guess, Chud and the defense as they were showing probably some evidence, maybe. Like, they can't even believe some of the stuff that they're seeing. But, I can't hear what's going on at this point from the clip that we've seen. I'm just left to guess. But I'll give it to Chud, man. He found himself a proper attorney. It looks as though his beard's sharper than a two-edged sword. I'd hire him in an instant. I mean, he's screaming freedom already. But old Chud's starting to get that vampire tone skin. The UV greenhouse lighting effect, that's what I call it when you're in a cell for too long. Your spit turns to chlorophyll and you start sprouting leaves. Mustache looking rough. Them single blades in jail just don't cut it like that Mach 15 he has on the streets.
During Etherly's court appearance, one investigator on the stand recalled the shooting.
All right, here we go.
Shots are shown to be fired prior to them hitting the ground.
Shots are being shown to have been fired prior to that?
Yes.
And how do we know that?
I can see, or in the courthouse video, it shows the casing ejecting from the firearm. It also shows the ricochet off the concrete planter.
Okay.
Prior to them hitting the ground.
So Mr. Fox hadn't been hit at that point, correct? If you're seeing a ricochet in one casing.
I would assume so.
Now, I believe if I heard it correctly, he said that Etherly shot before they hit the ground. So if I were to guess, maybe a little prematurely for them to be able to call it self-defense. You gotta understand, it happened in front of a courthouse. Yeah, there's cameras everywhere. Probably got all kinds of angles. Not to mention all the people around him recording. Got all that for evidence. By the footage alone, it could possibly be already an open and shut case. But keep in mind, the investigator's speaking at this bond hearing, even though the situation has really nothing to do with it. It's just showing that he broke the rules and regulations, so he has to get his bond revoked. This is vital because let's say he is to get a bond in the Montgomery case later on down the road in a higher court or something. As of right now, he'll be able to go out because he still has a bond in this county for the whole steakhouse situation. But if it gets revoked here, his bond gets taken away, that means any bond he gets for the courthouse shooting, even if he makes it, he's still gonna be held in jail behind this situation. I know it's a bit confusing, but I've had to deal with situations like this before. I've had multiple felonies I was out on probation for. Bond. I beat one major one and I went home after doing like a year and some change in lockup. I went home for like a week or two, if I remember correctly, because a bond from a previous felony was still in place. And I went to court like a week or two later and went to prison. Crazy, right? But I got out because that bond was still good to go. Either way, let's listen to what he has to say one more time, a little bit closer.
Shots are shown to be fired prior to them hitting the ground.
Shots are being shown to have been fired prior to that?
Prior to them hitting the ground.
Yes.
And how do we know that?
I can see, or in the courthouse video, it shows the casing ejecting from the firearm. It also shows the ricochet off the concrete planter.
Okay.
Prior to them hitting the ground.
So Mr. Fox hadn't been hit at that point, correct? If you're seeing a ricochet in one casing.
I would assume so.
The judge denied Etherly's release today, citing violent posts he's made on social media. Etherly is also facing a $1 million bond in the Montgomery County case.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Old Chud the Builder remains in jail. This is a prime example of not following the rules and regulations the courts put in place, or anything for the most part, is not going to work well for you. He got his bond revoked in one county. He's going through some crazy stuff in another one. He might not be seen in the streets again for decades. And don't forget, the majority of it, he's going to be doing it by himself in that cell. And look, I've been on Lockdown 23-1, not just my channel name. I'm talking about the real life situation. A lot of times it's 72-0, man. You ain't getting out that cell for like 3 days. I experienced it, and I'm here to tell you it's pure torture. A lot of people say, man, what's a word? I'm introverted. I don't like people. I'll enjoy that cell by myself. Well, I consider myself to be one as well, to a certain extent. But once you get put in a place like that, you realize, after 6, 7, 9 months, maybe just a few weeks, human contact and just interacting with other people is vital to killing time. At least it was for me. When I was back there in the side pocket, man, time just stopped. All you got to do back there is think and a few other things, but not much at all. Obviously, as you can see, old Chud's letting that beard and stuff go to the wayside, man. He's probably stressing in there. He knows he has to upkeep that mustache somewhat. Without that, he's probably gonna lose all his powers. But I'm out here, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. I got plenty more content coming your way. Plethora of courtroom sentencings that's going to blow your mind. I don't know which one to do next. Either way, hit that notification bell, set it to all, subscribe if you're new. Don't want you missing a thing. And until the next time, as always, y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.